taste of your own medicine. Backlash against Macron as Paris kept blaming UK but no action taken. Emmanuel Macron's grandstanding over post-Brexit fishing licenses has failed to impress locals who are demanding results from the president. French fisheries have said they are tired of the rhetoric from the president and want him to drop the war of words with the UK. They want a political dialogue to fix their post-Brexit license issues rather than the repeated veiled threats coming from the Élysée Palace. Mr. Macron's repeatedly warned he is willing to cause havoc with Britain's supply chains by slowing down customs checks at ports unless more licenses for access to UK waters are granted. Arthur Scally, the representative to the UK for the Hauts-de-France region that includes Calais and many of those fisheries impacted by Brexit, said it was unfortunate Mr. Macron had resorted to demanding such action. He said, "I see the French government has now asked the EU to launch specific action against the UK to make sure the licenses are provided. What I think in my view is unfortunate is that all that should be solved through political dialogue between France and the UK." The Frenchman said the upcoming presidential election next year was likely to have played a part in the negotiating strategy taken by Mr. Macron. He told this website fisheries in the region were fed up of being repeatedly used by politicians for political gain. People locally are really used to politicians coming and making big promises, he said. All they want really is results. For them this is not just a political issue, it's really about their livelihoods and being able to continue living just as they have for years or even decades. Mr. Galley added, "What local people say is that they are still short of about 65 licenses. It's good some progress has been made on that front, but so far it's still not fully solved in terms of the overall issue. It's unfortunate these kind of means are used by the French government to achieve that end because it's not just about fishing. We have so many joint issues between the UK and France. We have to work together on tackling migration and tackling human trafficking following the horrific incident a few weeks ago when 27 migrants died trying to cross the channel because of the absence of a political dialogue on that front." The UK says 98% of all fishing licence applications from the EU have been granted. Fisheries must provide proof they have had historic access to UK waters in order to be given a permit. British officials say only those who have been unable to provide the necessary evidence have had their applications rejected. Last week, France asked the European Commission to start legal action against the United Kingdom over post-Brexit fishing licenses, the government announced on Friday. Convening the Partnership Council, an EU-UK joint committee intended for any issue relating to the implementation of the Brexit agreement, aimed to tell the British that this is a European problem, that they are not respecting the agreement 100% and that we must therefore continue to exert political pressure. Paris threatened litigation last week, calling on the UK to issue licenses to the 100 applications still pending ahead of the European Commission deadline on December 10. Officials announced over the weekend that London had granted an additional 23 licenses to French fishing vessels, with licenses for 7 additional vessels being reviewed. The 23 licenses included 18 from the UK to replacement vessels and 5 from the Channel Island of Jersey. Under the Brexit trade deal concluded just before Christmas 2020, EU fishing boats can continue to fish in British waters if they obtain a licence. But they need to prove that they previously were fishing there, a requirement that smaller French boats, lacking the appropriate technology, have found difficult to fulfill. Many have failed to secure licenses from authorities in the UK or Jersey. France argues the boats are well known to the British authorities and their past records are common knowledge, although some French commentators question their strict rights under the letter of the law. Paris also said that British authorities had refused to grant licenses to replacement vessels.